Dave Ramsey absolutely hates credit cards, and today I'm going to break down why this hatred is so strong. Now, I'm not going to lie, Dave Ramsey is a super smart financial guy. I respect him a lot, and honestly, a lot of his advice is just straight up common sense. But the dude has some takes that completely go against what most people in society think is normal. Like, he says you should never use credit cards ever. He says you should combine all your finances when you get married. He's got a lot of these hard stance opinions that just rub people the wrong way. So I want to tackle the main one that gets people fired up, his stance on credit cards. Most people think you should be able to use credit cards for whatever you want, covering expenses before you have the money, racking up rewards points, all that. But Dave, he's like, nope, cut them up, don't even touch them. So let's break down why he's so against credit cards, whether he's right or wrong, and what you should actually do with your money. And trust me, you're gonna want to stick around because there's a reason credit card companies are making billions off of people like us, and it's not because we're all winning this rewards points game. But let's start with the issues that these credit cards cause, because this is the main point of Dave Ramsey's stance. And honestly, he's got a point here. Credit card debt is dangerous, man. These interest rates are absolutely cooked. Like, sometimes they get up to 20% or even more, and that is absolutely wild. Just to put that interest rate into perspective, if you buy something for $100 and get hit with 20% interest, you're now paying $120 for that $100 item. And that's if you pay it off immediately. But most people don't. They push it off, make minimum payments, and before you know it, you're spending way more than you ever planned. That's money that could have gone to investing, saving, or just making your life better, but instead it's going to pay for a purchase you made months ago. Man, let me say, credit card debt is scary, and it can ruin people's lives. I'm not exaggerating. People make purchases to fill voids in their lives, and credit card companies know exactly how to manipulate you. They promise that you can buy happiness right now, but all you get is stress and a mountain of debt. That's what Dave Ramsey is trying to help people avoid, and honestly, I respect that. He wants people to prosper, and he knows credit card debt is a trap that can destroy your peace of mind. But that being said, this is a controversial take for a reason. There's another side to this coin, the people who love credit cards. Let's start with the argument that I think is just absolutely terrible. Using your credit card to buy something before you have the money. Like, man, that's just asking for trouble. A funny example of this is National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Clark Griswold puts a deposit down on a pool expecting a Christmas bonus that never comes. The whole thing blows up and it's absolute chaos. If you've seen the movie, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Now, I know that's a movie, but it's a perfect example of why you shouldn't spend money you don't have yet. Nothing is guaranteed and you never know what's gonna happen. But let's talk about the real reason most people defend credit cards. The rewards, points, cashback, free flights, people love that stuff. And honestly, if you're going to spend the money anyway, why not get 3% cash back or rack up some points for a free trip? That sounds like a great deal, right? If you're financially smart, pay off your balance every month and never pay interest. It's basically free extra money. But the question is it really that simple? In a minute, I'll show you even why the smartest people can be tripped up by credit cards and why Dave Ramsey might actually be onto something. But anyways, what are people's frustrations here? So let's look at why people get so frustrated with Dave Ramsey's advice. It's irritating, right? You're thinking, why can't I just use my credit card if I'm getting free points? That's a logical argument. If you're financially smart, why not get the free money? I get it, man. I love free stuff too. But here's the thing. Most people aren't as financially disciplined as they think. It's easy to say you'll pay off your balance every month, but life happens. You get busy, you forget, or you have an emergency and suddenly you're paying 20% interest on a pizza you ate 3 months ago. That's absolutely cooked. So moving forward here, let's talk about why Dave could actually be right. First off, Dave Ramsey is talking to the masses. We have to remember that. He's not giving financial advice to just one person. He's not directly talking to you. He's trying to help millions of people, most of whom have no financial literacy at all. He knows that people aren't going to get rich off of credit card points. Even the smartest people will tell you you're not going to get rich off a 2% cash back. It's just not enough to make a major difference. And here's the real danger. People with a more poverty mindset hear about credit card points and think it's an easy way to get ahead. They chase the points games because it feels like it's a quick win, but they end up stuck in a cycle of debt and stress. Learning to invest, save, and delay gratification is way harder than chasing points, so people will go for that easier option, and that's exactly what credit card companies want. Another thing Dave points out is that people spend more when they use credit cards. There are stats to back this up. People spend 12 to 18% more with credit cards than with cash. That's not a small difference. That's the difference between building wealth and staying broke. But what about the people who actually use credit cards responsibly? responsibly. I'll get to that here in a second, but first let me give you my verdict. So here's my stance on the whole Dave Ramsey versus credit card thing. If you're financially smart, pay off your balance every month and never pay interest, then yeah, go ahead and get your points. But honestly, I'd only recommend that to maybe 10% of people. The rest of us, including myself sometimes, just don't have that level of self-control. Again, remember, credit card companies exist for a reason, guys. They make money off of people's debt. That's the only reason they're able to exist and why they're profitable. If you're not careful, you're just helping them get richer while you get poorer. Credit cards are like a loaded gun. In the right hands, they're safe and can even be useful, but in the wrong hands, they're dangerous. They won't end your life, but they can rob you of peace and happiness. If you're not 100% sure you can handle them, then it's better to just stay away. And here's something else that I think all of us need to think about. If you're already financially successful and doing great, do you really need to play the credit card game for an extra 2 to 3% back? Is it really worth the risk? For most people, that little bonus isn't going to change your life, but getting into debt definitely will. So for 99.9% of people, I'd say you don't need credit cards. Sure, you can get some extra points, but is it worth the stress and risk? Probably not, but hey, I'm not a financial expert. You do what you want, just be careful, man. Debt is dangerous and chasing a few extra points isn't worth ruining your life over. So the real reason Dave Ramsey hates credit cards, it's not because he wants to ruin your fun or keep you from free flights. It's because he's seen how credit card debt destroys lives, and he knows that most people just aren't disciplined enough to use them safely. He's trying to protect people from themselves, and honestly, I heavily respect that. If you're one of the rare people who can use a credit card responsibly, more power to you. But for the rest of us, it's probably better to cut them up and focus on building wealth the old-fashioned way, by saving, investing, and living below your means. And if you want to learn more about building real wealth the smart way, check out my next video where I break down how to start building wealth in 2026. It's packed with practical tips and strategies you can use right now no matter where you're starting from.